Southern California Perry Regatta number 2. The pin end is right up in there somewhere. They don't have the orange flag up yet, so I can't get a great line sight, but when you definitely want to get a line sight. There is a break over there between mass and trees, so it's a really easy line sight. There'll be trees to the left edge of your line sight, and if you're behind the line 3 boat lengths, you're lined up with a bunch of mass in a marina. So it's really easy to tell the difference. The bearing down the line, in my opinion, was 190. We had some disagreement on that. And I think the head to wind is 280. So I think the line is quite square. Looking at that boat's angle, if they're close hauled, the head to wind is not 280. The head to wind is like 260. So this will be, you know, a lot of head to wind checks. It does look windier. It looks windier over there. We're about to get the warning signal. Current is coming in all day, very weak. One of the weakest tides of the month. Put the orange flag up. So you need to get right here, and you need to reach down the line and get a line sight. Get a safe line sight. There's the pin. Get a safe line sight, and now you got to just reach back and forth like they're gonna do. They're going to reach on starboard, fly the telltales down, and then they'll come back parallel to the line the other way. Then they'll go parallel to the line on starboard the other way, going parallel to the line back and forth, and you'll figure out which tack you are above a beam reach on. So they are above a beam reach right now, parallel to the line almost. So we know the pin end is favored. Theoretically, you should be beam reaching back and forth if the line is square. I think they still have 2 minutes to go. Now, the current is going right to left, so that helps us. This fleet is very skilled. Oh, there you go. This fleet is very skilled, so they don't get fooled by the current too much. A lot of young sailors, they get fooled when the current's going up the course, and they don't know how to stay back. Perry series is known for general recalls early. And we think the pin is favored right now. We think the head to wind's about between 275 and 280, and they have the line set for a wind of 290. So yeah, that's going to be a general. Okay, and pretty light, 4 to 6 knots, just like we said. One other comment is when they have general recalls, sail for a little while, like these guys are doing, and then do a head to wind check so that you know you have your bearing down the line. And then you do the head to wind check, because then you really know to the exact degree, is the line square to the wind or not. Coming up on race 1, and this is the windiest part of the day, right in through there. I don't know if you can tell. It looks darker than over there a little. So there'll be some smaller teams actually hiking a little in this. And they have the I flag up. Yep, coming up on 1 minute, 30 seconds, race 1. This is the Perry Regatta number 2. They'll do 32-ish races over 4 regattas. The next one will be at San Diego Yacht Club in January, and then I think, I can't remember. No, that's Long Beach Sailing Center is January, and then April is San Diego Yacht Club. So these are the best sailors in California, basically. That is a black flag to the right of the American flag. So first race, they have to go with that black flag. Yep. So for you younger sailors, if you're between the triangle of the windward mark and the committee boat end and the pin end in that triangle with less than a minute, you get DSQ. So we are going to get this race off. There's Wyatt, 9882. He got second in the last Perry. This is close to 50 boat regattas, 4 times a year. Jefferson and Kai in SWYC4. (9006) See, yeah, they're out. They got to sit out the race. Yep, they got to sit out. They're done. Oh wow, general recall. Those guys cannot sail the next race. They are out here for the next hour and 20 minutes just sitting around. Got the whiteboard up. So those boats that are on that whiteboard are sitting out the next race. So most of you guys in this fleet probably know that. But for any youngsters who are going to do the Perry Series or 420 or any other racing in the future, yeah, so those boats that he just called over the radio posted on the board. They just posted the numbers on the board.
Mark, pick me up.
Yes, you can take a look. It will be almost 1 o'clock before we get race 1 off. And I heard some people saying, oh, it's not fair because there were a lot of boats over in that and they only got 5 or 6 of them on the black flag, but screw that. We're supposed to be racing. I don't care. We're supposed to be racing. We're not supposed to be sitting here starting all day long. So that's just the price you pay for getting caught. Very light wind now. The wind is backed off. The next puff is actually right up there, but this is all really light. So the crew would be telling their skipper that this start is gonna happen. Okay? They're way back this time, or quite a long way back. They dropped the committee boat back. They let their anchor out. So now the pin end is much better. Must be coming up to a start right now. We're off, finally. Jeez. There's Wyatt, 9882, right in the middle. Okay. Okay, watch the top of the fleet. They're not perfectly flat all the time. Once they get moving, they'll go more flat, but you'll see they sit in and out. This is Wyatt, right here. So she's facing backwards, and he's doing the hiking. Current is coming in, so he probably won't make that. But I don't think it's a problem. This young lady plays the main a lot. Let's see. Oh, look at, she is just 2 blocked. Absolutely 2 blocked with the leech open. Yeah, easy spump. Very nice tack. See how she did that? She just crossed. No foul. First downwind of race 1. I think they round this and finish. Wyatt is still winning. The wind must have shifted left, but I still think I'm gonna round this near gate. They're so close together, they're not really gonna make that big a difference. He is definitely lifted right now, so looks like he's decided to go to the right gate, which is probably the correct move. This is Vesper in August right here. Could be winning this side. They could be 2nd or 3rd in this race. We got a lot of people doing pretty well. Those red, white, and blue kites. Borelli's there. 9883, I think, is Zach. Okay, so Vesper is not going to get overlapped on Kingston here. She's in very good company. Yes. She did a great job there. Current's coming in, so there's probably no chance of hitting it. Current's going right to left, so no problem there. Oh yeah, this is a lefty. She did a good job of just sticking it after the mark. Now she should reach like Kingston. Race 1. On that run, it paid to go to looking downwind, it paid to go left. Here's Isabella and Maggie. So Vesper in 2441 did a great job of that. And then Bella and Maggie here, 9306 also. Her head to wind is more like 270. The wind to that race ranged more than 20 degrees, probably 25 degrees. Line sight would be easy here. They might be moving the pin as we speak. But yes, they are. So they're getting ready to move it. Line sight would be really easy. A safe line sight would be out of the mass, and then somewhere in the mass would be a decent line sight. You all should be reaching up and down the line right where I am right now, and just trimming to your telltales. And reaching back and forth, because the real key to these races right now is determining the late wind shift. If it goes left all of a sudden with 2 minutes to go, or if it goes right with 2 or 3 minutes to go, you got to be on that. And by reaching up and down the line here, you get in a rhythm with where your sails are, and then you can immediately determine wind shifts by your sails. Anywho, I'm gonna take a different vantage point for race 2 start. Some of our kids did well in the first race. The first race was a little bit of a crapshoot, you know. The really good sailors did notice where the pressure was greatest, and apparently it was pretty good wind left, middle, left at the end. Okay, that is Wyatt there. It's probably a black flag start, 9882. Everybody thinks the wind is a little stronger on the left right now. And what you learn from these guys is you kill speed by steering up really close to the wind. You don't just let the sails out. You speed up, go down, then you go back up, slow down. We were just working on this with our youngest skipper, our 7th grader, Theo. We were working on this yesterday. Going down, and then going up hard and slowing down again. Scalloping your way up. Getting ready to go here. Yep, scallop down again. Here he goes. See how he's kind of moving before they do the acceleration? He won the last race. He and Fiona. And you can tell he can't quite hook the leech. Barely can hook the leech there, yep. Somebody was over. Okay, so, oh. Where's the flag? Where's the flag? Where's the flag? Oh, I think there's a little general recall right on the back corner. Yep, there it is. Right next to the orange flag, general recall. Yeah, Theo. Still at 2 o'clock trying to get the second race off here. Here's Wyatt, 9982, doing their last check. They were upwind of the line a little, looking for where it looks windier. I do see some cruising boats way out there moving okay. I see this guy's Genoa flogging a little, so I think we had a period there where it was down to around 4 knots. I think that's building to 6, 7 knots. Now, which way is it going to shift? I think the boat end is favored a little bit. I'm not sure. And if that's the case, a lot of good people are going to be up there. So my game plan would be somewhere more right of middle or left of middle. That's what I told Celeste here in Victoria. Told them, let's aim for left of middle. And if the wind is coming from the left, we have to, if we think it's a lefty after we start, we're trying to get on port tack. If we think it's a righty at any point of the race, we're trying to get on starboard tack with a lane. That's all we're doing. The wind shifts are big. So you can't sail a 20-degree header or a 15-degree header for 2 minutes. You've got to get on the lifted tack. She's doing left of middle on the start line. Yeah. That was 1 minute. That was a nice move. She's probably one of the younger skippers. She's an 8th grader. Theo's the youngest skipper, 7th grader probably. There's probably a couple other 7th or 8th graders out here somewhere.
You want to just... Okay.
That is Zach right next to her. Zach and Samantha in 9983. Nice, exactly what I wanted to do. Left of middle and try to have a lane. At this point, so new to the Perry, we don't want to try to outguess the wind. Okay. Here is Bella and Maggie. Bella and Maggie's boom is just much lower than anybody else. I just don't think they have enough rake. They had a good first race though. I don't think they're raked far enough forward. Not bad. Not a great start, obviously, but we got to talk about that. How to, if you're close hauled and rocking, it doesn't work great because the jib is trimmed so far out to the rail. You got to go below close haul just to make sure your jib is full. Well below, well into a close reach. I think she was rocking while she was close haul. Yeah, Jefferson and Kai. Not bad. The hard part with downwind is it's really dicey. The wind's shifting 5 to 20 degrees. So all of a sudden, if the wind shifts from the bridge, these boats come out ahead, which is exactly what I think has happened lately. I think the wind has lifted those sailors that are on starboard right there. Now their spinnaker, the orange one, they've done great. Their spinnaker has been hard to fly for the last 30 seconds. One of our goals for today is if the spinnaker gets hard to fly and you're just really struggling and you're having to adjust the pole a lot, that's the indicator to lower the pole. It means your leech is too hooked and soaking in behind your jib and your main. You can see that their spinnaker is rocked to the side. In the puffs, they look great. Yeah, so we think the wind shifted from the bridge, so they're gonna get on port tack. And that put all these guys ahead. Here's Wyatt. This is a good Connor from Coronado over here. He's probably still second. Yes, so Black Spinnaker was winning the race by quite a bit. And the first race, outside paid a lot. This race, this side paid. In both cases, it was a wind shift. In the first race, it was a shift from Mexico. And in this race, it was a shift from the right edge of that bridge up there, of the bridge. And so that's where the gains or losses were made. Vesper in August with the orange kite having another good race. So now if the spinnaker's hard to fly, really important to lower, get the clews level. You see how her clew is much lower than her tack? Yeah, she let the pole go too far forward there. The red clew is hanging way down. So that would be a classic example of a time to make sure the pole's lower. But once the spinnaker's easy to fly and everything feels really good, raise the pole up. Okay, here's Sean and Lauren. And I don't think that slot looks too closed. I think I am gonna tell them to rake further forward. The foot looks a little flat and the leech is not coming inside the spreader very much. So we're gonna round off the jib a little. Don't have to do a ton. I mean, it's flat water. But I do think that he's probably able to go up, just pull his jib hired on another ½ inch, or put the pins up 1/2 a hole and pull to a similar mark. That would change the tension down though a little bit. Okay, looks like we're getting a puff. This looks like a good 7-knot puff. Unfortunately, that's not a good sign. That means that it must be a little righty or something. I don't know. I think it looks breezier. Here's Vespa right here. 441 going into more wind. Those guys look light, hard right. This looks like really nice wind. This is Zach and Samantha. Race 2. Just woke up. Look at Connor, 9561. He's just been zigzagging around, just going fast. Little heel, that's funny. I think this is Vesper right here. Vesper and August having another good race. I think they're in 5th or 6th. God, downwind. August is the spinnaker trimmer. I do think they could lower their pole. Anyway, I'm not going to do a ton more video. This is about as boring as it gets. 3 to 6 knots, 4 to 6 knots. Long courses. This is race 2. There's Wyatt. You can tell the different boom heights. They're all pretty similar actually. So you want to compare yourself to other people. Boom height, all that does is tells you that they're in their light air rake in order to power the jib up, mostly. Race 2, last run. Here's Wyatt. Clues are pretty darn level. She's about the best spinnaker trimmer in the fleet, Fiona there. Doesn't play the pole a whole lot. She's got it down underneath the guy hook, and then she holds it right behind the guy hook. Vesper and August. August holds it up above her. Yeah, that's perfect form right there. They're both sitting forward. Stern's out of the water a tiny bit. Then you got Zach and Samantha. Samantha's a very good spinnaker trimmer. You can tell. Look at her leaning back. She's just like locked in on. Yeah, there she goes. Oh, she's banjoing it. You see, she's got it in the guy cleat under the guy hook, and then she's banjoing it. So you got 3 different techniques from those 3. Fiona's holding the guy from behind the guy hook. Vesper's holding the guy straight from the pole. And Samantha is banjoing it. She's got it, now she's got it from behind the guy hook. Oh, good. Here's Sean and Lauren. Didn't have a great first race. Again, I think I'm going to tell them to go ahead and rake forward slightly. I don't think the rake is going to make a big difference. I think that the left side, I think everybody's going to say that the left side was pretty much everything. That's what I think everybody's going to say about race 2. I'm very happy with everybody's downwind work. 9306 is Celeste and Celeste and Victoria, I think. No, that's Bella and Maggie. They're having another good race.
So Triton,
Nice.
16.
Nice. Celeste and Victoria looking really good. Pole height perfect. You Do try to go. This is the biggest puff we've had in a while. Obviously, it's been quite light. Race 2. 9882 just rounded third. This is first and second coming upwind here. Finish line's right here. Vesper's rounding the other gate in 2, 4, 5, almost at the same time as Zach or Sean. Yes, I think that was Sean, 9884. Nice, rounded fifth. Vesper pretty much overlapped for fifth. Okay, coming into the finish of race 2, and it's probably 250 or something. Oh, hi. That looks pretty good. It doesn't have too much weather helm, so that's all. Oh, there's Bella right there. They look pretty good. Oops. Yeah. Bella and Maggie. She's going too high, man. Her mainsail's luffing. If your mainsail's luffing downwind, it's either too loose or you're just too high. Oh, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, bye-bye. Gonna get a different angle for race 3. I did the committee boat end for race 1. I did behind, watching and critiquing the scalloping technique. We're looking for, it is a black flag start. They had to do all black flag starts. I've never seen that in a Perry Regatta in almost 30 years. I do not see Wyatt down here. I think Wyatt has a 1-3 so far. 9882. Oh, I see him in there. 9882 is just to windward of 9832. Really good start by 7590. Okay, 76. Penalty turn. No? He hit that thing, right? (9882) got out of there. Amazing performance so far today. We think that there's going to be more wind still on the left, so I would not see him go a ton that direction. Starts are very hard. I think what we have to work on is the accelerations and how to get below the wind, close reaching, do the rock, and then go close haul. And just as we suspected, 9882 is protecting a little bit left here. We did think it's windier over there. So he's really good. There he goes. He just got back close to the boats on the left. He's top 3 or 4. He almost capsized on that tack. Cool. That was funny. Into the last gates here pretty soon. They'll finish and we'll tow home. Long day. It is a great sport. They learn patience out here. I think that I'm wondering who this is. Is this the Borellis right here? Or Zach? I think it's Zach. Zach and Samantha. Oops. Okay, well, we are going to talk about not a whole lot. I think this racing, sum it up. Good competition, pushing you all the time, is how you're going to continue to improve. So this is good competition. And I think you have to have the ability to obviously know what phase the wind is in at each part of the race. At the start line, what phase is it in? At the windward mark, before you go around the mark, you gotta know. I think most of the time jibe setting has worked. One coach was saying that the flooding tide, and that's very common here. When the tide is flooding, we usually head out that direction towards the channel. It did not work every single time, but it worked most of the time. high tide is in an hour, so it's the current's barely flooding now. Anyway, it was a good day. We tomorrow we're gonna have more sun, maybe a tiny bit more wind, and there we go. End of day one. Goes Wyatt rounding second at the other end. His departure angle's at about a 45-degree angle. Zach's, so these gates are very square. They're exiting at a very same angle. Wow, she's got that foot way in. God, I wish I'd really have to get more time watching the top teams. Man, they are going tight jib. I think starboard's closer to the finish line. Okay, none of our kids in that protest. Who is this? Is this the Borellis right here? Yes, it has to be. She likes to heel. I gotta talk to her about that. She's healing more than anybody. She's having a very good race. Yay. Looks like more windhead. Zach looks like he's done quite well there. Her jib looks like the leader's jib. Very good. Everybody in this regatta for our team, everybody looks very close on sail setup and jib setup. So that was one of our big goals. We can't be way off on our trim. Okay, that's it for the day.